Many of us grew up playing an instrument, whether in band class or on our own personal time. I grew up playing the baritone in band class, but in my personal time, me and my grandpa would rock out with a harmonica. There are a few different types of harmonicas, but today we'll focus on the diatonic harmonica. We'll take a look at the harmonica history, how it's constructed, and how to read music in order to play it. First, let's take a look at the history. We'll venture back in time to the year of 1821, the year that a man named Christian Frederick Bushman invented the horizontal instrument in Europe. According to the website Euxton.com, under the article named History of the Harmonica, Bushman described the instrument as a new instrument that is truly remarkable. In its entirety, it measures about 4 inches in diameter, but gives me 21 notes and all the crescendos one would want without a keyboard, harmonies of 6 tones, and the ability to hold a note as long as one wished to. 2 other men played important roles in history with the harmonica by making their own marks. In 1826, a man named Joseph Richter redesigned the harmonica to the modern-day 10-hole 21-reed plate piece, making it able to produce 20 different notes. The other man that is responsible for mass-producing this product, his name was Matthias Hohner. He started manufacturing the harmonica in 1857, producing about 650 that year. Hohner introduced the instrument to North America a year later, and a lot of musicians embraced it. Today, Hohner is the largest manufacturer of harmonicas, producing millions a year. Now that we know where the harmonica came from, let's take a look at how it's constructed. MusicFolk.com's article named Harmonica History and Construction tells us that the harmonica has 3 basic parts: the comb, the reed plates, and the cover plate. The comb is basically the air chambers you blow in to get the sound. They're usually made of plastic or metal. The reed plate is the piece of metal that the reeds are placed on in order for you to get different sounds in each hole. The cover plate is the metal or sometimes plastic or wooden piece that covers the harmonica and makes it complete. This piece here, where companies usually put their logos. Now that you know how it's put together, you may be asking yourself, how do you make it sound? Well, back in 1826, when Joseph Richter designed the end holes, he intended for each hole to produce a different sound. To break it down even further, you can blow or draw from the same hole to get 2 different sounds. The holes are numbered on the cover plate 1 through 10. Let me show you how it works. Those are the 20 different sounds you can get on a diatonic harmonica. Now that we know where the harmonica came from, how it's constructed, let's take a look at how to read notes to make a song from the harmonica. Like I said before, each harmonica can play 2 notes, one by blowing and one by sucking. On a music sheet, blowing is represented by a number, and sucking is represented by a negative number. Here's an example of I'm a Little Teapot. Now I'll play it for you, just for you to get an idea. For each note, I did a little bit of drawing or sucking and blowing to get the different sounds produced in the song I'm a Little Teapot. Now that we know how to read the music, let's take a look at what we learned here today. We learned about the history of the diatonic harmonica, how it's constructed, and how to read a couple notes to make a song from the harmonica. Today the harmonica is used in multiple genres of music. Musicians like Bob Dylan, the Beatles, Joe Popper, Stevie Wonder, and Billy Joel still use it and keep the history going.